Good morning, everybody. I hope this video finds you well. Today I'm recording this video here in my office as my house is completely cluttered with boxes and other debris that is a function of a move. So we gotta live with that. Today I want to talk a little bit about perceptions. Talk about perceptions. Do you know, if you're an American or somebody who lives in America, do you know what the rest of the world thinks of America? Do you think that the rest of the world thinks of America as this big, shiny house on the hill? That's what the U.S. media tells you, right? Because everybody wants to flood into America, right? Right? That's what you think it is, right? That everybody wants to be an American. Well, you know, the United States has pretty much cornered the market from Hollywood and media for such a long period of time. Of course, that's what everybody thinks. But that's not reality today. Most of the world does not have a high opinion of America today. Oh, sure, there's people that still want to come to America. There's people that want to come and live in America and have that American dream. They do. They want that. And as somebody who lived the American dream, I can tell you that the American dream is a hollow shoebox with nothing inside. That's just my personal opinion. My personal opinions don't really count for much these days. But you see, perception versus reality is something very, very, very important. You have to know things as they are. You have to accept things as they actually are, not as you want them to be. The U.S. government has a real hard problem with that. They think everybody can't wait to become transsexual, that everybody is just happily going on their merry way and would just love to pay even more taxes because they know that paying taxes makes their quality of life better. At least that's what everybody's been told, right? Yeah, perceptions versus reality. Perceptions versus reality. I don't want to make this a political kind of thing. So anyways, what are your perceptions? What is your reality? Do you perceive things as they actually are, or is that you just cope and you perceive them as you want to believe? I think a lot of people perceive things as what they want to believe. They're out of touch. They don't see things as they actually are. They see things as perhaps they want them to be. Sometimes a lot of times our perception does match reality. I'll tell you, when I go to a McDonald's and I order a hamburger, I expect and I get a McDonald's hamburger. You all know what that looks like. You take the top off, you get 2 little pieces of pickle. I think it's 2. A little bit of ketchup, plain little burger patty there. Kind of artificial, but you know what to expect. You order fries, you get this little box, you know what to expect. Now, if you go to another place, it's not McDonald's, it's McDowell's. It's some other chain that you've never heard of, and they're trying to do some kind of McDonald's fast food. And you go in there with your full knowledge of what going to McDonald's is like. And that's your perception of what you're going to eat when you go to McDowell's. And then you discover, well, it's not the same. That's what I'm talking about. It's reasonable for us to expect certain things, I think. When I lived in Pennsylvania, it was reasonable for me to expect that the roads would be filled with potholes. Certain areas were just terrible and notorious about it. Yet, when I lived in Indiana, it was reasonable for me to expect that the roads would not be salted. Not in the wintertime. No. They do not salt the roads in the wintertime. Destroy the farmland. Reasonable expectations are based upon your previous experiences. If you have had a long string of bad dates, you date this girl, you date that girl, you date this girl, you date that girl, it's reasonable to expect the next date to be very bad as well. I'm sorry to say, right? Perception is very important to get us in touch with reality. Reality will define what will actually happen. Reality defines what happens, not perceptions. Okay? So you go to a McDonald's restaurant, you will get a burger. You will not get a pizza. No matter how much you want to eat pizza, you will get a burger. All this seems to be pretty self-evident, doesn't it, right? It seems to be pretty basic stuff. The thing is, most people get so confused with all this other stuff that they forget. Especially true in politics. Politics, in American politics, and I'm sure it's in British politics, Australian politics, all these politics stuff, they deal with perceptions. This wall of perceptions to get you to do that, to get you to do this, to get you to agree to that. It's all perceptions. It's not reality. What's going on in Ukraine? This wall of perceptions going on. Ukraine is wonderful. Russia is terrible. This wall of perceptions are going on, but it's not reality. Your life becomes simpler once you accept reality and stop looking at perceptions. It's very, very important. This is an important key point. To make your life better, doesn't matter if it's food you're eating. It doesn't matter it's what you're going to do or in a relationship with somebody else. It doesn't matter whether it's politics. It doesn't matter if it's a job. You have to be in tune with the reality. And I know you're like, why are we talking about this stuff? Everybody knows. No, people, I am convinced more and more that most people, especially Americans, especially you guys, if you're American, you're living in perceptions. You're not living in reality. You're in the perceptions that America is a free-loving democracy that everybody's looking towards. That's a perception. It's not reality. You're in these perceptions that somehow the United States government will work things out and inflation will be under control. That's a perception. It's not reality. Reality is something you pick up in your hand. That's reality. This spoon is reality. It's metal. It's made in China. See? That's reality. I'm in China. That's reality. I have this sitting on my desk for the last 2 years. I have to throw it out. It's cough medicine. It's a bottle of cough medicine, cough syrup. It actually works really good. Good stuff. Do I need it? No. Should I have it? Maybe. Because it's been my experience that usually once or twice a year I get a cold that has a sore throat. That's my perceptions based upon my experiences. Perceptions can come from experiences, but they can also come if you're bombarded with everybody saying the same thing. Russia bad, Russia bad, Russia bad, Russia bad. China's taken over, China's taken over, China's taken over. Blah! You get this day in and day out. You start getting perceptions. Start getting a lot of perceptions. So what I want to do, and what I'm talking about here, is reality. Doesn't matter if it's politics, personal life, hamburgers, steaks. You have to have the proper perceptions, have to be in touch with your reality. Always. You always have to have them both closely aligned. Your perceptions must be as close as possible to reality. That way you can make good, honest decisions and take good, positive actions. A lot of people live in denial, like the battered wife syndrome. She's bloody, she's beaten up, she's got hemorrhaging, and her bones are broken. She's at the hospital. Her alcoholic husband drives her over there. He's in a rage and takes off. They know, the doctors and the police know that he beat her up, but she says, no, we're not pressing charges. No, he's a good man. Her perceptions are not in touch with her reality. And if she follows this path, this vector path, her next stop will not be a hospital, will be a morgue. So please, we need to be in touch with reality. If your life, what you want to happen, is not in touch with reality, then you have to align it. I use the example of food because, one of my big pleasures is eating. I'm not going to deny it. I like meat. I really do. And while I've been eating at vegetarian restaurants, because they have really, really good mushrooms you won't see anywhere else, I do really like meat, and I especially like a little bit on the spicy side, but that's just me. And I like steaks, and I like them medium raw. I like to see the red meat part of it. It's so yummy. It's so good. And I do like a good steamed fish. I gotta be honest with you, I like good food. I really do. And I like eating with friends and family. It's one of my pleasures. You need to, all of you need, and that's the point of all this, we have to get in touch with what's important with us. Then see things as they actually are, the good and the bad. There's always good and bad with everything, okay? If you're going to get a piece of steak, you're going to have to deal with a bone. You're going to have to deal with some grizzle. You're going to have to deal with some fat. So what you do is you go ahead and deal with it as it is. Perhaps you're married to a man who's has some biases about where to live. That's a reality. Maybe he's anti-South America, or anti-Russia, or anti-Africa, or anti-Asia. Maybe he's anti-this or anti-that. He has as distinct things in his mind of where he wants to live. You have to get in touch with that reality. Find out the positive aspects of it. Then you have to take your perceptions of what you want and then somehow merge them into a unified reality for both of you. This is a basic tool It's a basic tool, and what I'm saying, I think all of you understand, but I don't think anybody's ever pointed out the basics to you. Nobody sat me down and says, Robert, you must see things as they are. Because everybody assumes that I am automatically. We all assume everybody sees things as they are. But in today's world, that's not what's going on, is it? It's not. So, this little bit here is all about making your life a little bit easier. Start seeing things as they actually are. Know that everything has good and bad. So don't focus on the bad. If you've got a mental problem, OCD, you're going to start focusing on the bad. Don't. Accept it as it is, the good and the bad. Accept it as it is. Then, make sure that your alignment and your perceptions are accurate. And then plan, strategize, be strategic in obtaining your goals, whatever they may be, with a firm grasp of reality. Make some bold moves. I want to do this. I want to move over there. This is my timetable. I think you would like it because you like this, you like that, you like this, you like that. It would be beneficial for you. You arrange their perceptions in alignment with your reality. It's not just politicians that do that. You can do that as well. Because you have that skill. Make it happen. And the reason why I'm talking about this is there's some people, some followers that I have a particular affinity for that have all kinds of issues and things going on in their lives. And I see that there is a problem with other people's perceptions that are not in alignment with reality. You can't force them to see reality, but what you can do is alter their perceptions so that your reality appears to be desirable for them. Tell you what. It doesn't matter if you're going to a job. It doesn't matter if you're going to a restaurant. If you, that's why we get dressed up. That's why we put nice clothes on. To alter other people's perceptions of us. Right? If you're going to be on a date, when I go on a date, even though I normally wear t-shirts, okay, I put on a little suit jacket on it. You know, what's a white shirt, a nice blazer, a clean pair of jeans. It's not fancy, okay, but it's a nice perception, okay. If I want to appear a little bit older, I add white tennis shoes, huh? Make sure they're super clean and super white. How we handle our lives is all on the perceptions of other people. But you have to deal in reality, whether it's politics or food. Accept things as they are. Recognize what they are. Don't try to change them. See how they fit within your life, like puzzle pieces, and then move forward. Take action, be bold. And why do I think you can do it? Well, people, I think you can do it because I believe in you. That's why.
不含情一点追着薄暮花深睡，用针浅浅 只归